The House has passed the bipartisan infrastructure bill. So what does this mean for the immigration provisions in Biden's reconciliation framework? President Biden is now putting pressure on the House and Senate to pass the reconciliation bill, which includes parole, recaptured visas, and super fees. But without the infrastructure bill as leverage, these provisions face an uncertain future. So today, we are taking a look at when this bill might pass and what these provisions will mean for immigrants in America. Stay tuned because we'll be covering some of the immigration details people have not been talking about. And if you appreciate this immigration news update, please be sure to like this video so that others get a chance to see it. Okay, what will happen to the immigration provisions in the budget reconciliation bill now that the infrastructure bill has passed? As I mentioned in my last video, House progressives were refusing to vote on the infrastructure bill in order to ensure that the $1.75 trillion Build Back Better bill was passed on time and without additional changes. Unfortunately, after mainstream media outlets started blaming progressives for the high-profile losses in Virginia, they gave in and passed the bill last Friday, with 6 progressives voting no and 13 Republicans voting yes. This means that there is little President Biden or progressives can do to prevent establishment Democrats like Joe Manchin or Kristen Sinema from making changes when it reaches the Senate. Shortly after passing the infrastructure bill, Democratic leaders declared that the Build Back Better bill would pass by November 15th, but that quickly changed November 22nd, and now word is that the timeline is getting pushed back even further. Assuming that the immigration provisions survive this process, what specifically would pass and what would it mean for immigrants in America? I've been getting this question a lot from a lot of you about the details of this bill, so let's dive in. There is parole for undocumented immigrants, also called Plan C, and there are legal immigration provisions, which include recapturing unused visas and waiving per-country caps through a super fee. Unlike Plans A and B, parole does not include a pathway to citizenship, but it does provide long-term protection from deportation and work authorization for approximately 7.1 million undocumented individuals who entered the country before January 1st, 2011. The legal immigration provisions are designed to reduce the visa backlog, which is projected to have average wait times measured in decades if Congress does not do something now. If passed, they would immediately recapture hundreds of thousands of unused visa numbers from 1992 to 2021 and would maintain the availability of diversity visas from fiscal years 2017 until 2021. The provisions would also allow for some of those who have been waiting at least 2 years in the visa backlog to pay a super fee, which would waive the per-country cap and allow them to adjust their status. As written, the super fee for employment-based visa applicants is $5,000, and the super fee for family-sponsored applicants is $2,500. We have discussed these here before, but we have not covered the increase in application fees that the reconciliation bill also proposes. In order to increase funding for USCIS to hire more staff and process more visas, the current House reconciliation bill also proposed increasing the following fees: $500 for H-1B, L, O, and P petitions, Form I-129, $500 for each application to change or extend non-immigrant status, Form I-539, $500 for applications for employment authorization, Form I-765, $75 for each approved non-immigrant visa, $800 for each employment-based visa petitions on the Form I-140, $500 for requesting a replacement or expired permanent resident cards on the Form I-90, and $15,000 for each immigrant petition for an alien entrepreneur on the Form I-526. These are part of the $2.8 billion increase to the USCIS budget that is included in the Build Back Better plan. So, what do you think? Will the reconciliation bill pass in the next few weeks? Will it pass this year? And if so, will Plan C and the legal immigration provisions be included and survive? Leave a comment below and let me know. If you want to hear more about what parole is and whether or not it will pass the parliamentarian, click here to watch my latest video where I explain this in more detail. I will continue to bring you more updates as news becomes available. So if you have not yet subscribed, be sure to do so now. Click this link to watch this video and I'll see you there.